and you can't escape the news. It doesn't matter practically where you are, but just imagine being in this area. All you hear about is Deflategate. We're going to kick it over to one of our newest members of the team, Olivia Harlan, sideline reporter. What do you have on that?
Well, it was not expected, but the word around the stadium is that Tom Brady will play, but not start tonight. At Tuesday, he was here in New England for team meetings. Wednesday, he went to Manhattan to meet with federal judge Richard Berman and Commissioner Roger Goodell, and then came back to New England. Again, he's expected to play tonight, not start. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo will get the majority of the workload anyways. Important for this Patriots team if Brady's 4-game suspension is upheld. So we'll have more right before kickoff, but Lance, for now, we send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Olivia. Tom Brady, still a hero in these parts.
Yeah, now we're going to kick it over to Olivia on the other side of the sideline. Olivia?
Thank you, Rod. Like we talked about in the pregame show, the news around town that we learned just within the hours that Tom Brady is expected to play, but not to start. So a big opportunity for Jimmy Garoppolo as his backup. And Brady was in New York just yesterday, got back last night from his big meetings, his settlement meetings, and he was warming up, surely with a lot on his mind. Packer fans will remember Matt Flynn. However, this would have been a big opportunity for him as Brady's second backup, but the Patriots released him this week after he failed a physical. A lot of quarterback drama going on here in New England. We'll send it to our quarterback for his thoughts on Deflategate. Rich?
Hate distractions, and it's never a good thing before the start of the season. It's something that Bill Belichick and the Patriots have had to deal with.
Brady left in the end zone by Ty Montgomery. Ty Montgomery, the rookie out of Stanford, to Olivia Harlan on the sideline.
Well, of course, Ty Montgomery was a Stanford graduate, and he's been given a hard time by a fellow Californian, Aaron Rodgers, about his school choice. But football aside, you can expect a pretty sharp guy to graduate from Stanford. Coach Mike McCarthy says he asks a lot of questions in meetings. He's very vocal, wants to get it right, a pretty cerebral player, which is good for someone not only adjusting to a new system, NFL speed, but a new position. He played running back in college, and the thought he can ask all the questions he needs to if he can make it with this Packers' prestigious receiving core. Back to you.
Good stuff. They say he picks up things as fast as anyone that Mike has ever had in Green Bay. Very smart. Tolzien the nuke. Ryan with the stop in the linebacker core. Gain of 5 on the play to Olivia on the sideline.
Well, like you said, Ladarius Gunter, undrafted out of Miami, like Sam Shields, and he was possibly skipped over for a slow 40 time at 4.7 seconds. But scouts say his college tape was worth him being selected much higher in the middle rounds. Could end up being a big steal for the Packers and another smart move by general manager Ted Thompson. Been impressing coaches at camp. Something to look for this preseason.
And a catch across the way, then a drop on the play. The third quarter sideline interview is sponsored by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. To the sideline and Olivia Harlan.
Jordy, you set a franchise record last year, 1,500 plus receiving yards. How are you going to top that?
I'm not really worried about that. It's all about going out and doing your job. And when we do that as a team and as an offense, we'll be successful. So we, in the championship game, didn't do that across the board and finish out a game. So that's what we're worried about, is doing our job consistently and then winning games.
You had off-season hip surgery as well. Walk us through your rehab and where you are now health-wise.
Oh, we're good to go. We've been good to go all camp. It was a process, but a lot of it was just making sure it got healed right. Some of it's just timing and making sure you stay off of it, make sure the bone heals. But, I mean, we weren't worried about it. We were right on pace the whole time, excited where we were at and good to go, and everything's feel good.
And, Jordy, we know you're not all football. You go home to Kansas, and that's when you really go to work. Walk us through your offseason. What do you do there on that farm?
This last month, while we're back before training camp, I get to go home. It's right in the middle of wheat harvest, so I get to help my family out do that, which is a lot of fun. Every so often we were able to get back besides this last month, but it's just fun to get out there, get away from football, not only physically but mentally as well. So it's a great break. It gets you back to your roots, and always fun to be out there with the family doing some good work.
4,000 acres is a lot of work. All right, thank you, Jordy. Guys, back to you.
I thank you. He turned 30 in May. He was a Pro Bowler last season for Green Bay, and as Olivia said, a record number of receiving yards for the Packers in their 2014 season. Let's go downstairs to Olivia Harlan.
Thanks, guys. Well, Sam, now you're one of the most veteran guys in the backfield. What's your message throughout this whole camp to those rookie corners?
Just, keep getting better. Each day the rookie corners, they're getting better and better, but, we need more. Like this is the time right here, the preseason is good for those guys that, to make plays, to get the coaches to see what they can do.
And for you to teach them. Are there any moments when you're at camp that remind you of how Charles Woodson was with you?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, guys like Gunter and Randall, those type of guys, you know, I can see, you know, like you said, Wood seeing me, you know, and, I just, whatever Wood did to me, you know, I just do the same to them.
A good person to learn from. And now you're going into your 6th season. What's different about your game this year?
Just being consistent. You know, that's my thing right now is just, you know, each year is being consistent, you know, making plays, making more plays.
Sam, thank you. Good luck. Back up to you all.
A Pro Bowler a year ago. Thank you, Olivia. Here is a third. Finds his receiver, Chris Harper. Not much there. Downstairs to Olivia.
Well, Rich, I think you were reading my mind. I was just about to say the same thing about this offensive line group. We talk about how solid they are, how intact, and you're right, their off-field chemistry and friendship really translates onto the field. I think my view is a little bit better, though. I have a view of their dance moves down here, Taylor Swift's Bad Blood. And remember, this group, a lot of these guys were in Pitch Perfect 2 this offseason. So they know a thing or two what they're doing with that. Back to you.
Oh, my goodness.
And more problems for the quarterback and for the offense of this New England team.
Lindsley really benefited from both the guards sitting in long.
Ryan Allen to Montgomery. Did you go see that Pitch Perfect? Did you go see that movie?
No, I
see those
didn't.
Guys? But they wanted to get in. I think they got in touch with the people that were doing the movie and the actress and actor, and they got in and they were in it.
So there must be members of, what is it, the Screen Actors Guild now. They must have their cards. There must be members in good standing. Right?
SAG, yes.
SAG.
SAG.
They probably. I wondered if they had to pay their union dues.
Who was in that movie? Maybe Olivia knows. Olivia, do you know who was in that movie with those offensive linemen?
That was Anna Kendrick was the star of Pitch Perfect. And to answer your question, it was David Bakhtiari who tweeted some cast members of Pitch Perfect asking if they could be in it. And it happened. You ask and you shall receive.
How about
Good stuff, yeah. I like that. Thank you. And here is new quarterback Matt Blanchard, who has come in the game